Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. Okay, I'm still working on the journals that I'm using up book pages, and today I have a page here. So I did sew in signatures to one cover, so I'm having to make another cover and a whole nother journal because I made too much and it was going to be too fat. So today I thought I would try and make a flip out envelope with book pages, and thought I would turn the camera on for us. So what I have done, try and spread them out so I can put them back together easily. Okay, I've taken book page and I've cut off all of the blank edge around it. I found on here the size that I wanted, and so it told me to make a 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, or have a 9 1/4 by 9 1/4 page. So what I did was I took my pages and I lined it up, on my board here to where it was 9 1/4, and I just glued, and so I did that until I got enough pages all the way around. And then you choose which side you like best, and then put another layer on top so that it's 2 layers. And I thought I would do that part with you guys. I just filled up my glue and cleaned the cap out and it was not wanting to come off. Okay. I've been thinking about, using the envelope punch maker thingy to try to make an envelope with the book pages, and thinking, 2 layers would probably be good. It's going to be lots of glue, but that's okay. And I'm not really concerned about what direction the paper goes in and the words, because it's going to be folded, and so even if you were trying to get them all in one direction, it's going to get mixed up anyway, so not too concerned about that. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how it turns out. It is crazy the number of times I clean my mat. I actually just cleaned it this morning and now I'm getting glue all over it again. Okay. It's really hot here today. I don't know what the temperature is, but I went out for a walk this morning at about 8:30, and I wish that I had gone earlier, because by the time I got home, I only walked for about half an hour, but by the time I got home, oh my goodness, it was really hot. So, and then I stayed outside and did a little bit of work in the yard. My rose bushes, my goodness, my rose bushes bloomed crazy this year. I have they're just like very, very pale pink, and some of them are like almost whitish pink. They're very pretty and not scented, because the deer sure like roses, and I think the smellier, the tastier. So I do my best not to have scented roses because the deer eat them. Anyway, they have bloomed like crazy this year. So I was out trimming back the ones that were all brown. And then also my peonies, I grew up saying peonies, so that's what sounds right to me. But they got rained on real hard the other night, so they were destroyed. So I had to cut all of those back. And then we had to take the grass clippings to like the little yard waste, you know, place that we have here locally. So, and we have a big yard, so we have quite a bit of grass that we have to get rid of every few weeks. So by the time I was done with all of that, I was very hot, and we'll just say I needed a shower. So, but I kind of like to work in the morning out in the yard, but it wasn't refreshing. It was just hot this morning, but that's okay. All done now. I still have to run into the grocery store a little bit, and I also have to go and get some more Mod Podge. The only thing that I have is satin or glossy, and I don't want either of those for a top coat because they stay sticky. I don't know if you guys know a trick, you know, to making it not stay sticky, but it's all right. I think it's distraction. Thank goodness for air conditioning, though. I grew up without air conditioning. I'm sure a lot of us did, but it didn't bother me, you know. I was just used to it. But now I think about it, oh my goodness. I'm sure glad I don't, you know, I have it now. And then I'm just gonna go right in the center. A couple, I don't know, not a couple, but quite a few years back, maybe a couple years after we moved into this house, the air conditioner broke. And so, I mean, we could still heat the house, but not cool it. And so we're like, well, because, you know, it was a lot of money. And my husband wanted to get a thing that does both. I think it's called a heat pump or something like that. He wanted to get that, but they're quite expensive. And we're like, well, let's try to put it off for a year. Because I think the air conditioner had quit working in the middle of summer. And we're like, well, we're halfway through. You know, we can handle it. No. I think we tried for about a month, and then my husband was on the phone. He's like, okay, we need this now. So, all right, so that's done. And now this. And this is silly, I know, but every time I go to use this, I have to think about it again. So it's 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Where is it? There it is. Punch and score, right? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Punch and score? I don't know. Sherman Craig, align the left edge to score. Punch and score. Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. And you're supposed to line it up with the score line, right? That's the thing that gets me every time. I keep thinking you're supposed to line it up at 3/4 again. And so I've made big messes with paper in the past. Can't see it very well. I'm trying to see the shadow of it, but I didn't want to push too hard on my kind of glue damp paper. Okay, get that out of the way. this over here. Let's see, did I make this the right size? I hope I did. Okay, there's one little edge, I don't know if you can see that, but one little edge of paper. I'm just going to cut it off. Okay, now I've probably told you this before, I don't really like this pointy thing, so I always just take my ruler and make a line and cut that. You can also fold it under, but it adds bulk. So I just usually cut it off. And then round the edges just a little bit. Okay, and then, so when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, oh, I'll just stick the flap down inside of the pocket. Let's see, where'd my paper go? I was thinking I would stick the flap down in here, and I was like, wait a minute, that's gonna be too big. And so then I thought, oh, I know, I'll just cut this off. So I'm gonna do that right now. I want this to line up right at the edge here. Let me move this out of the way. I want it to line up there and then open this way. So I think we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it maybe right in here and see how it, if it'll go into the pocket a little bit. Maybe I'll use this. See if I can get it on a line. No, I'll just do that. And then that can be used as a tuck or something, right? It's several layers thick anyway. Okay, so then let's see if this will tuck inside of there far enough. Nope, I'm gonna go a little farther. And then I might have just made it where it won't do it at all because it's, you know, to the fatter part. And so then I should have just cut it kind of to here, I think. You know, you never know until you try. I wanted it to be a big envelope though, so I mean I could have made it so that it was the same size as the pocket, but I wanted it to cover it. Okay, this should work now. I'm gonna pull this out of the way, and so then I will attach that so that it opens like this. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and do some inking. I would like to get these 2 journals done this week. I've been working on them forever. I didn't need to ink all of that, did I? It's going to be covered. I just need to ink the upper part. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. Just ink where it folds. Okay. And then this side. So I think it looks pretty cool with the words going in different directions. And then of course we're going to decorate it, so a lot of it will be covered. But it's nice and thick. It feels really nice and sturdy. Honestly, doing just 1 layer of paper might have been okay, but you know, book page is pretty thin, so I didn't want to take a chance on it. But, and it would also be cool, you know, like if you wanted to, before taking it, especially since you know where your lines are, you could open it back up and sew around. That would look really cool too, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so there's that. I'll go ahead and glue it down. Make sure that there's no, I don't think there's any glue. Well, my fingers will fit, Stephanie. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh yeah, it's right here. So then like I said, I want it so that it's right at the edge. Okay. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch of glue right here. And line it up as much as I can. This isn't a quick drying. I mean, it's called quick dry, but it's not the art glitter glue, so it takes a little bit of time. Okay, so there's that, and then we can poke something down in there. I don't have anything made at this point to put in there. Let me see if I have anything that's just cut out. Probably nothing that will fit. It won't be this, but so we would have something in there. And then on the front, I made a ruffle. Let me plug my glue gun in. Come on. Okay, so I have, where is it? I have this lady. I already stitched around her. There's a little bit of glue, thread poking out. And let me go ahead and ink it. I didn't work on my journals at all yesterday. Well, I mean, I kind of did. I got another couple of these started, but I need to go over them with the matte Mod Podge. And also, you know, the sewing patterns, you know, they're kind of in different colors. So the first one that I did, the sewing pattern paper had a little bit more of orange color to it, and then this one is more tan color or muted. I don't even know what to say that the color is. So I'm gonna have to, not that I necessarily, you know, love the orange color, but I feel like that needs a little help. It's very dull looking, so I'm gonna probably go over it with Vintage Photo or something to give it a little oomph. All right, I didn't clean that nozzle out. I like using the art glitter glue around the sewing because it dries so quickly. This is an image that I found on Graphics Fairy. It's always the free ones. I don't have a subscription. So I think it was Photos or something like that, Vintage Photos that I looked up. And it's crazy the things you can find on there for free, you guys. Definitely take a look if you don't spend much time on there. And then you don't always find what you're looking for in the search that you put in. So try lots of searches. You know, I could say ladies and never find this photo, but then put in vintage photos, and then all of a sudden there's a photo of a lady. So you just have to think of lots of different ways to word it. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Is this warm yet? Barely. And so I wanted this right at the edge so that the ruffle isn't hitting when it goes to open. It's hanging right off. So the ruffle's not going to be any problem. I mean, I don't think that it would have been a problem anyway, but it definitely won't be this way. And I'm going to wait to glue this down until I know exactly where I want this to be. See if I start from the bottom and go up. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to have it hanging off just a little bit. There it is. to do too much at once. Did any of you guys get to go out and do any yard sailing this weekend? I didn't have the opportunity to. I don't remember what I was doing on Saturday, but I was busy doing something. I don't remember. I probably mowed. I think that's what I did. And then by the time I got all cleaned up, I had to run to get some groceries and all of that sort of thing. So, you know, I don't like to yard sale in the late afternoon. I feel like all the good stuff is gone. So I just usually don't. But after I went to the grocery store, I feel like I had to run to town for something else too. Oh, my daughter wanted to get some album, so I took her into town for that. And then I think she had to be somewhere. Oh, she was taking care of somebody's dog who was out of town, so I had to get her back home so she could do dog duty. Anyway, as I was coming home from the grocery store, the particular neighborhood that I had gone, you know, to the grocery store, they were having a neighborhood yard sale. Guys, there were signs everywhere. If I had only known. No, I didn't need to go anyway. So that'll open just fine, right? And then I'm going to, I have some things, I don't know what I might want to use. These labels I like, but I think they're too big. Okay, so let me get the other page in. Well, okay, hold on. I'll put this in here. That goes in here. And then the page that will be the opposite of this one is just this, where I did a cluster on it. So I just want to make sure that whatever I put on would go together. So I could put this label down here, which looks nice. It goes with everything, you know. Or I could do just some words, or I could put some words on the label. So that would be a possibility. I have some stamps. These are really old that I found somewhere. A yard sale, I don't know, a long time ago. They're raised. And I actually don't know how well they'll stick, but I like the color. I don't know. I like the picture up here, I think. I have these, but they're too big, I think. Or too small. I think I like that first one the best. I do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue her down. I think I want her coming out of the side just a little bit, like, you know, tucked under a little. And then, or does it look better all lined up? Let me stand up. I'm going to do this because I'm going to leave it as a pocket so something can be tucked in there. Put a little bit more right here. She's curling a little bit. Don't want to smear that glue. Make the pocket smaller. Okay. And we'll grab one of these. I bought these at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I do think they still have them. I'm going to ink around it. And they're very sticky, so I'm not real concerned about adding glue to it, but I will add a little bit just to make sure. But they really have a lot of stick to them. But I'll do a little. Okay. I'm wondering if there's a could just do Be Amazed. It's not a real long one. Be amazed, be amazed. I'm just gonna ink around the edge just in case there's white showing. And then just a tiny bit of glue. And I'm thinking I have these little burlap flowers that I found at a thrift store the other day. There's light ones and there's the darker ones. I'm not sure how much I like them. I wonder if I had it layered, or do I have something else I could stick underneath it? Don't like that. This is just like a little chunk that's been laying around in there forever. I keep pulling it out and trying to use it. I don't like it there either. I don't know if I have anything really good to go there. I have so many buttons in this one already. There's a button here and a button here and a button here. So I don't know if I want another button. Maybe there's this one also that's a little piece, but it's a little bit more defined. Not just such a messy little thing. I don't really like it. But maybe this just coming out of either side. That's better. I'm gonna do just a little bit of glue. Hopefully I get it in the right place each time. Yeah, so I'm trying to have book page on every page of the journal, right? And so when I was putting it all together and then I discovered that I needed to make 2 journals out of it, I was like, you know, trying to thin some things out. And so there were some things that I thought were going to go in one place that couldn't anymore. And so then I came to this page this morning and I'm like, oh no, there's no book page on it. So I was like, what am I going to do? But there we go. So I think that's pretty good. And then I'm wondering about one of these stamps now. Just kind of poked inside or something. No, doesn't look like it makes any sense. They're really thick, hard plastic. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. Oh, they were from Walmart. There's no date on it. A long time ago, I am sure. Okay, you guys. So there's that. Oh, and then, so that will be a little pocket as well. I wonder if I have anything that might fit in there. I'm trying not to do any color other than, that's not going to fit. It's too big. So if that one's too big, they're all too big. Unless I could cut it down a little bit, but I don't really think so. That's okay. I will find something to poke in there at some point. Not this, but something will go in there. So there's that. And then this pocket here. And got the ruffle on it, so when it's all closed, it's sticking out a good ways. So, alrighty, you guys. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Bye.